In today's video, we're taking it back to the basics. I get a decent amount of questions about my painting process, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do a simple name. For most letters in general that I'm going to be painting that are not going to have the wood grain look, I'm going to get 3/8 MDF as my average size. You could use 1/4, kind of any size that you want, but I cannot stress enough the benefits of getting good quality MDF. I get mine from my local lumberyard. You can also get some from Home Depot. Some people have good luck with that MDF. I personally like my lumberyard MDF better. I buy my MDF in 4x8 sheets from the lumberyard that I have them cut down to the size of my laser, and then I also cut it smaller myself at home depending on the size of the project that I'm using that day. It is going to be painted, so I'm not so much worried about the char on the side. I'm cutting it on my EON Nova 10. I think it's 100 watt with the bed size of about 36x24 cutting, area. Once it's cut, you need to prime it. And I did just specify that you need very good MDF, in which I mean it. But even this primer can make crappy MDF have flawless paint. So this primer is the key ingredient, and the MDF loves to soak it up. So you need to have a good coat. I don't really think you can do too much, but you can do too little. You do not want to see the MDF poking through the primer on the side. You want it to be completely coated and covered. That way when you go to paint it, the paint is not soaking into the MDF. This type of primer that I use is an automotive primer. It bonds and fills, and that's exactly why it's going to be coating that wood and not allowing the paint to soak in. Just as much as it's going to bond and fill into the wood, it can also do that into your lungs, so please make sure that you're wearing your mask. I will link this primer. You can get it on Amazon, Home Depot, or my favorite place is Walmart. That's the cheapest and the quickest shipping that I have found. I usually let it dry overnight, but sometimes if I need a quick turnaround time, I'll set it in the sun. But do not forget about it when a rainstorm comes. Don't ask me how I know. After it's cured, I will take my 220 grit orbital. Sometimes if it's a delicate piece, I'll just use hand sandpaper. And all you want to do is lightly fluff off any of the raised edges. You just want it to have a nice smooth surface. You don't want to sand too much of the primer down. Don't mind my lack of shoes. Who actually needs those? At least I'm protecting my lungs with my mask, right? Blow off some of the dust and you're ready for painting. At this point, I pretty much only spray paint the 3D items. Do you remember that time where I used to be in my kitchen hand painting these suckers? My 3 favorite spray paint brands are Dang, Montana, and Molotow. Molotow would be my top favorite. It has the best finish. I don't have as many problems with the wrinkling or the bubbling or humidity with it. It's low pressure. All 3 of these are graffiti paints. Highly recommend. I get them at a few different places online. I can go ahead and link those as well. They have so many color options, the best paint out there. I am just using a white on this one. It's going to take 2 coats of spray paint. You want light coats in between each. I flip over the letters so that way I can get in those cracks and crevices. I'm trying to walk into this voiceover and I realize that it sounds like I'm out of breath because I am, okay? Gotta get your fitness girly air in. You want it to let it dry to where it's just lightly tacky. I don't let it fully dry all the way, but you don't want it to be sopping wet anymore either before you give it that next second coat. And then I immediately go in with my Krylon flat top coat over that and run it inside. Get it out of the Texas humidity. You want it to dry in a climate controlled environment for the best possible outcome of that flawless smooth matte finish. To make sure that it's fully cured and you're not going to leave any indentations in it, I would let it dry overnight. And there you have it. Thanks for watching my painting a name. Like and subscribe.